Two engines, SUV comfort, fighter jet safety. This piston twin rewrites everything pilots thought they knew. Once declared obsolete, piston twins return with a vengeance, led by a radical aircraft built around safety, efficiency, and control. And here's where the story gets interesting. For years, piston twins were treated like yesterday's news, expensive to run, complex to manage, and honestly, a little intimidating. One engine became the new gold standard: lighter, cheaper, simpler. Pilots voted with their wallets, and the market listened. Single-engine aircraft exploded in popularity. Better reliability, better avionics, lower costs. Why deal with two engines when one could do the job just fine? That mindset took over flight schools, owner-pilot circles, and weekend hangar talk. Twins quietly slid into the background. A big part of that shift traces back decades. The pilots who were sworn by twins, the World War II generation who lived by the rule two engines are better than one, slowly left the cockpit. The next wave of pilots grew up trusting modern singles, not fearing engine failures the same way. So when Diamond rolled out the DA62, it stopped people mid-conversation. A brand new piston twin? In this era? That raised eyebrows, more than a few. It felt almost rebellious, and yet that's exactly why it mattered. The DA62 didn't show up, trying to relive the past. It posed a dangerous question. What if twins weren't the problem? What if the way they were built was? Suddenly, the old "twins are dead" narrative didn't sound so confident anymore. Because this wasn't nostalgia, this was a rethink. A clean sheet response to decades of doubt. Wait, you're watching right now but not subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button so we can move on with the video. You did? Okay, cool. Now back to the planes. This is where the DA62 stops being just another airplane and starts feeling intentional. Christian Dries, the founder and CEO of Diamond Aircraft, didn't want to build a twin just to prove it could be done. He wanted to fix everything pilots complained about for years: complexity, fuel burn, stress. The DA62 was pushed from the top down with one clear goal: make the safest, easiest, most fuel-efficient twin anyone could realistically own and fly. Instead of designing around engines or performance charts, Diamond flipped the process. Passengers came first. The cabin was treated like the heart of the aircraft, not an afterthought wrapped in aluminum. Dries wanted something that felt modern the moment you stepped inside. Calm, open, intuitive, more like a high-end SUV than a traditional cockpit-heavy airplane. That inspiration wasn't subtle. The DA62 was shaped to give families space, visibility, and comfort without sacrificing control or safety. It wasn't about speed bragging rights, it was about confidence. And crucially, this wasn't a risky leap into the unknown. The DA62 is a clean step up from the proven DA42. Same DNA, same philosophy, just stretched, refined, and reinforced. Bigger cabin, more seats, more presence, but built on lessons Diamond already knew worked. That's why the DA62 feels less like an experiment and more like a carefully planned evolution. This is where the flying SUV label truly makes sense. The DA62 doesn't just look different on the ramp, it feels different the moment you walk up to it. Those wide wing doors change the experience completely. No climbing, no awkward contortions. You step in naturally, like entering a modern car, not squeezing into a cockpit. Inside, the design delivers on the promise. 3 rows of seating in a twin isn't marketing hype. It's a functional layout. The front and middle rows are genuinely comfortable, and the seats fold flat when you need cargo space. Bags, gear, or bulky equipment fit without forcing compromises. The cabin is wide, bright, and calm, a sharp contrast to older piston twins that feel narrow and dated. It's not massive, but for its class, it's remarkably roomy, carrying people and cargo without chaos. Then there's what really separates the DA62 from traditional twins: its engines. Diamond chose twin turbocharged 2.0-liter Austro AE 330 diesels built on Mercedes-Benz DNA. These compression ignition engines eliminate spark plugs, reduce failure points, and deliver consistent performance in all conditions. Running on Jet A fuel, easier to find and less volatile than avgas, boosts safety and efficiency. The result is a lower workload, fewer distractions, and an airplane that feels composed, predictable, and easy to fly. Here's the part that shuts down the twins are gas guzzlers argument fast. At full power, the DA62 pushes close to 200 knots, high speed for a piston aircraft. Pull the throttles back to a sensible 75%, and it settles into a smooth 178-knot cruise. But the shocker isn't the speed, it's the fuel flow. Each engine burns under 10 gallons per hour. Combined, that's less than some single-engine airplanes, pushing half the performance. That efficiency translates directly into range. You go farther without planning fuel stops like a chess match. The airplane stops feeling thirsty and starts feeling strategic. This isn't excess power being wasted, it's power being used intelligently. And once you see the numbers, it becomes obvious. The DA62 isn't a gas guzzler at all. It's proof that twins don't have to be expensive to fly if they're designed the right way. And just when you expect complexity to creep in, it doesn't. Starting the DA62 is almost laughably simple. Master switch on. Engine master, wait for the glow plug light to go out. Press start, that's it. No ritual, no juggling levers. The run-up is just as calm, designed to keep stress out of the cockpit before you even leave the ground. Once airborne, the airplane feels stable, solid, and predictable. It flies like a bigger machine, but without the heavy workload that usually comes with that presence. Controls are balanced, responses are clean. You're not fighting it, you're guiding it. That's the magic here. The DA62 gives you the confidence of a large aircraft while keeping the workload low. You stay ahead of the airplane, not behind it. And that's exactly how flying should feel. This part feels familiar in the best way possible. If you've flown the DA40 or DA42, the DA62 cockpit instantly makes sense. Diamond didn't reinvent the wheel here, and that's intentional. The layout, sightlines, and flow are shared across the lineup, so pilots transition without that uneasy, new airplane learning curve. The center control stick is pure Diamond philosophy. It keeps inputs direct and balanced, freeing up space and keeping your hands exactly where they should be. Everything feels connected, responsive, honest. Instead of old-school round-dial backups, the DA62 relies on electronic standby instruments powered by an emergency battery. It's a modern approach and a confident one. Fewer mechanical parts, fewer failure points, and constant situational awareness if something goes sideways. Diamond didn't keep analog gauges out to be different. They left them out because they no longer made sense in an aircraft designed around redundancy, clarity, and real-world reliability. Step inside, and the DA62 feels more refined than you expect from a piston twin. The leather seats are supportive, with adjustable seat backs that let you settle in for long legs without feeling locked into one position. Instead of sliding seats, Diamond uses an adjustable rudder pedal system, letting different pilots dial in their fit without messing with the seating geometry. LED lighting runs throughout the cabin, giving it a clean, modern feel, especially during night flights. Little details matter here. Cup holders are exactly where you want them. Controls are intuitive. Nothing feels random. And if comfort matters where you fly, optional air conditioning turns the DA62 into a genuinely pleasant traveling machine, not just a capable one. And this is where owners get to tailor the DA62 to real missions. Need more legs? Add the optional 36-gallon fuel tank. Flying in serious weather? Garmin Weather Radar is on the table. Want constant situational awareness? Satellite data receivers and traffic alert systems bring another layer of safety and confidence. Even the exterior gets attention. Unlike most composite aircraft stuck in plain white, the DA62 offers metallic paint options. It's a small thing, but it changes how the airplane feels. Less appliance, more personal statement. Everything here serves a purpose. No gimmicks, just smart options that make the DA62 fit the way people actually fly. This is the heart of the DA62. Everything else leads here. You'll notice something missing right away. There's no whole airframe parachute. That wasn't an oversight. Diamond made a deliberate choice to bet on structure, not last-second recovery. The DA62 is designed to protect you before things go wrong, not just after. Start with the seating. High-impact, fixed seats are anchored directly to reinforced points in the airframe. They don't slide or shear under load. In a hard landing, that matters. Beneath your feet are carefully engineered crush zones in the floor, designed to absorb energy the same way modern cars do. Then there's the fuel system. Aluminum fuel tanks are placed between the carbon fiber main wing spars, shielding them during impact and reducing fire risk. It's quite engineering, but it's serious thinking. Even the cabin shape pulls inspiration from Formula One safety cells, rigid where it needs to be, sacrificial where it should be. This isn't about marketing features, it's about survival space. The DA62 doesn't promise miracles, it promises intelligent protection built into the airframe itself. And Diamond didn't just claim this level of safety, they tested it. The DA62 went through crash tests similar to those used in the automotive industry, not just traditional aviation checks. The composite airframe isn't fragile. It's incredibly strong when engineered correctly, absorbing and distributing forces instead of snapping or deforming unpredictably. This is where Diamond's philosophy stands apart. Instead of relying on active recovery systems, they focused on passive safety. Structures that work even when pilots have no time to react, no buttons, no decisions under stress, just protection that's always there. It's a different mindset. And for many pilots, it's a reassuring one. And then there's icing, one of the quiet killers in aviation. The DA62 is equipped with a de-icing wing system designed to handle real-world conditions, not just textbook scenarios. Diamond's approach is straightforward. Prevent ice buildup before it compromises control or performance. In a twin, icing safety matters even more. You're often flying higher, longer, and through more varied weather. The DA62 doesn't pretend ice isn't a threat. It's built to manage it. That capability turns weather from a gamble into a calculated decision, and that confidence changes how far and how safely you're willing to fly. Here's a detail many pilots overlook. The DA62 isn't a one-size-fits-all airplane. The US version has a gross weight of 5,721 pounds, while the European version is limited to 4,400 pounds. That difference isn't random. It's designed so the US model avoids extra fees for being heavier. Both versions meet strict regulatory standards, with the FAA granting Part 23 certification to ensure safety and airworthiness. This careful planning doesn't just check boxes, it gives owners tangible advantages. The extra weight capacity in the US allows for more fuel, cargo, or passengers without compromising performance, making the DA62 versatile for real-world flying and tailored to local rules and restrictions. When it comes to real-world performance, the DA62 delivers. Its maximum range sits around 1,300 nautical miles, enough for cross-country trips without constant fuel stops. Single-engine service ceilings are respectable, and turbocharging ensures consistent power even at higher altitudes, keeping speed and handling predictable. That combination makes the airplane practical for families, business trips, or longer missions where payload and range are both critical. Realistic mission planning becomes easier because pilots can count on steady performance, predictable fuel burn, and ample payload capacity. 5 adults, 2 kids, luggage, and fuel, all without feeling like compromises are being made. Storage isn't an afterthought. The DA62 features 2 nose baggage compartments, big enough for full-size suitcases, golf bags, or bulky gear. Compared to competitors, it's unusually practical for a twin in this class, blending passenger comfort with real cargo flexibility. It's the kind of airplane that lets you travel without constantly choosing what to leave behind. Here's the reality check on that 7-seat claim. The middle row is genuinely comfortable for adults, with enough legroom and support for longer flights. The rear row? It's tight. 2 full-size adults wouldn't be happy there. The best use is for kids or light passengers. Diamond doesn't hide this. It's just honest marketing. You get a flexible cabin, but expectations need adjusting if you plan to pack 7 adults in for a cross-country trip.
Safe, it's efficient, it burns fuel that costs less. It is truly a modern marvel of transportation.
I'm Scott Thompson. I'm the new owner of a Diamond DA62. Just the modernization that the DA62 provided was enough to sway my decision over the Baron or the Seneca.
So there are so many advantages of modern turbocharged compression engines over our traditional avgas turbocharged aircraft.
International standards peg each seat at about 162 pounds. Compared to the Baron G58, the DA62 manages this weight more efficiently thanks to thoughtful fuel placement and cabin layout. In real-world scenarios, you could load 5 adults, 2 kids, luggage, and fuel, and still maintain proper balance. Families traveling with moderate cargo will find the math works without sacrificing safety or performance. It's practical thinking in every corner of the airplane. The DA62 US base price sits around $1.8 million, slightly more than a Piper Seneca 5, but less than a Baron G58. Some buyers hesitate over the Austro AE 330 diesel's 1,000-hour engine TBO, but it's built on proven Mercedes-Benz automotive tech. Diamond expects TBO to extend toward 2,000 to 2,400 hours as operational experience grows. Maintenance intervals are straightforward: generators every 300 hours, fuel pumps and flywheels checked periodically. Overall, ownership isn't cheap, but it's competitive, predictable, and backed by thoughtful engineering. No nasty surprises. The DA62 has full European certification, and FAA Part 23 paperwork has been completed for North America. Rollout across U.S. airports is underway, and spotting one on the ramp is easy. It's not hidden. It's big, sleek, and impossible to miss. The DA62 makes a statement before you even step inside. High aspect ratio wings, tips that sweep upward slightly, and uniquely shaped engine cowlings combine with a smooth, glass-like composite finish. It looks modern, purposeful, and unmistakably Diamond, a twin that commands attention even when parked. The Diamond DA62 isn't just a twin. It's a statement that safety, efficiency, and comfort can coexist. It challenges decades of assumptions and proves piston twins still have a future. Would you trust two engines over one? Share your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe.